Welcome back. It's Doug NPA. Modern women have a whole lot of problems. They're 304s. They're on psych meds. They're baby mamas. They're strong, independent, don't need no man. But in my opinion, the biggest problem with modern women is that they talk too much. They put all of their lives on social media or on these blogs and write articles. If you date the wrong modern woman, she's going to air out your laundry on social media or one of her blogs, guys. You got to be careful. Stuff that women in the past would keep to themselves, modern women put out in the public for everyone to consume. I have this article here. It says, Payment for My Silence. A Brooklyn writer lost out on a $350K inheritance from her father after airing out the family's dirty laundry. Here's what to do if you are suddenly disinherited. So this woman was supposed to get 350K, but she wrote about an interaction between her and her father in a book. He's like, you're not getting anything. So we're going to get into this article. Before I do that, like the video, subscribe, drop a comment. I really appreciate it. It shows you support me, what I'm doing over here. Let's get into this. Because Tracy McMillan found out that her father disinherited her via postage. In July 2023, the Brooklyn-based writer received a handwritten letter from her father telling her that he was removing her from his will. The reason? McMillan recounted a physical altercation between them in her most recent book, The White Bonus. She explained in an essay in The Cut. Her father denied the story to both her and the online magazine fact checkers. First off, I'm going to give this a...
Jesus H. Christ.
Because was it worth it? And a physical altercation, first off, remember, guys, there's her side, the dad's side, and the truth. We don't know what the altercation was about, or was it really physical, though? Was it? We don't know. But he felt strong enough about it to deny her $350,000. It says, if you insist to tell these stories as truth and put them in your book, he wrote, you will never get any more money from me. I don't want any contact, no calls, texts, emails, etc. And please do not attend any service for me when I'm gone. I don't want any crocodile tears. Dang, yikes.
Jesus H. Christ.
But McMillan didn't let this disinheritance backtrack her finances. And you don't have to either. Growing up, McMillan says that money had always felt tight. She managed to receive a partial scholarship to New York University in the 90s, but needed $9,000 more to afford the year. Her father and stepmom gave her $3,000 to help her with tuition, but she still ended up working 5 jobs while studying full-time to make the remaining $6,000. McMillan later learned her father and stepmother set up a trust in 2022, and up until this point, didn't realize that there would be a large inheritance coming her way. When she started asking her father and stepmother about their wealth, they announced that she would receive $350,000 from the trust upon their demise, but to McMillan, it only felt like a bribe. As the number registered in my mind, a panic began to thrum through me, she wrote. It felt as though my parents were telling me their price of the inheritance, a payment for my silence. This is a woman from freaking New York City? Yeah, Brooklyn? How bad could it have possibly been, guys? Come on. Really? There are people in situations on this planet that have it infinitely worse than her. And she has to say her truth. One of the worst things you can do is air out family laundry, guys. Take it to a therapist. Don't write a book about it. Jeez. Though this conversation wasn't pleasant, it was a good thing that McMillan found out about her inheritances and the contingencies of it. Once she decided that she'd rather write about her trauma than take $350,000, she could start preparing for a future without that money. If you're in the process of being disinherited, having a conversation with your parents or relatives about what is being written out and why can help you figure out your next steps. If it's not possible to contact them, speak with a financial advisor. Once McMillan realized no inheritance would be coming to her, she started doing the hard work of planning her financial future. McMillan and her partner decided to start pooling their resources. Guys, could you imagine being her significant other and realizing that she was so dumb that she missed out on $350,000? I'd be upset. Before the disinheritance, the two of them refused to depend on each other financially and kept their finances separate. Now that they have no trust to lean on, they opened a joint checking account to split groceries, travel, and shared expenses. So she was operating in a way where she was depending on getting something from her parents. And then when she found out she wasn't going to get it, all of a sudden she wants to pool resources. Really? Budgeting becomes a lot more important as you gain a clear image of your long-term financial needs. Figuring out when you can cut down on spending is a common step. McMillan and her partner are also starting to open up about how much they have in savings for both retirement and emergencies so that they can work towards long-term goals together. What seemed like a major loss ultimately allowed McMillan to start taking control of her finances in a way that she wrote defies the toxic approach to money she grew up with. By being honest, we hope we can make sure we feel safe and see risks as shared burdens instead of weaponizing leverage. It says McMillan's starting to take control of her finances in a way that she wrote defies the toxic approach to money she grew up with. Apparently, they did something right if they're going to leave you with $350,000. Guys, I'm telling you, this experience, it couldn't have been as bad as what she said. Look, Doug and PA, I'm black. Okay, but all I remember from my childhood up until I was maybe 8, 9 years old was butt whoopings. Okay, parents used to discipline us back in the day, and even now, my parents are in their 60s. They don't play any mess, guys. And if you come from a good family, yours don't either. When I was young, all the butt whoopings I got, I deserved them. My parents were going to school with 3 kids and were trying to provide us with a better life. They didn't have time to talk about our feelings. I guarantee you she's going to look back on this and be like, was it really worth it? $350,000. All she had to do was keep her mouth shut. Talk to a therapist about it. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. Like the video, subscribe. I'll catch you on the next one.